Hi everyone, I'm Marvos here, and today we are going to take a look at Disco Elysium. So in my end of 2019 channel update, I mentioned I would like to do something like a backlog series, where I take a game I owned for a few months, maybe a few years, but never really got around to checking it out. But now I would like to, so that's what this is about. And perhaps many of you have some interest in this game, Disco Elysium. Maybe you know it's an RPG, but you don't really know what it's all about. You've seen it's been getting a lot of praise recently. So that's what this video is about. I'm not going to play through like the entire game, because this is a really big game. But if you are interested in what this game is actually about, how does it play, how does it look, this is the video for you. I did already play a little bit, so I know what's up. I can tell you how this game works. It is quite an interesting game. Yes, it's an RPG, but saying this is an RPG is like saying nothing, really. There's far more to it than that. It's one of the more unique RPG games I've played in like the recent 10 years. So, when you start a game, you can pick one of the pre-made characters, which is a thinker, a sensitive, and a physical character, and you get a short description of what exactly that means, but you can also create your own character. So let's do that, because that will allow me to explain some of the basics of these attributes and how the game works. So when you create your own character, first you have to decide how many points you are going to put into your attributes, the four main attributes in the game, which is intellect, psyche, physique, and motorics. And you can go for average in everything, and then you will not be particularly good at any of these. You can reduce one of them to 1 or 2, which is weak and terrible, and then increase the others. The maximum number of points you can put in one attribute here is 6. That makes you a genius in that particular area. 5 is great and 4 is good. Now, the better these are, the better you will be at passing various checks during the game. But there are also more skills that fall under these attributes, as you will see in just a second. So, I already played as a super smart character. Let's maybe go for one that's strong but not particularly smart. Let's say he's strong and either fast, or maybe he has good emotional intelligence. Let's say we'll have 2 points in motorics and intellect, and 4 points each in psyche and physique. So then we can go to the next screen. So this is the important part. These are the skills. And this is where you get to pick your signature skill. Assigning one skill as a signature skill will increase it by +1, but it will also increase the learning cap of all other skills in this category by +1. So if I go for, let's say, suggestion right here, my learning cap for all the other skills in psyche category will be increased by 1, which is quite important, because as you level up in the game, you will get a chance to increase these skills. And this happens fairly frequently. You won't have to wait like hours and hours to assign 1 point. You will get plenty of chances to assign additional points. And this cap becomes very important past certain stage of the game. So this is definitely something to consider. And you have an explanation of what exactly each of these skills do. Some of them are fairly self-explanatory, like logic, obviously. Others maybe not so much. So let's say Inland Empire. Hunches and gut feelings, dreams in waking life. So this is your gut feeling. Then we got volition, your ability to hold yourself together, keep your morale up. Empathy is fairly self-explanatory, so is authority. Then you get connection to Station 41, understanding of cup culture. Suggestion is again fairly self-explanatory. And yes, let's maybe go with either suggestion, or say authority, empathy. Suggestion is fine, let's go with that. Okay, I like that. And that's it, that's how you build your character. Not super complicated, but a lot of these choices are actually very important. And they make the game quite different. Depending on what character you build, the game can play very, very differently. Now, another important thing to understand about this game is that there's no combat. However, that doesn't mean you cannot be violent or do fucked up things. You definitely can do that. And we'll talk about the general premise of the game as soon as we actually get into the game. Right now we are not exactly conscious. It's our ancient reptilian brain talking to us. Never ever.
Never ever ever, baby.
Alright, game over. That's it, we don't exist, there's no game.
And an inordinate amount of time passes. It is only
This is great.
struggle. No ex-wives are contained within it.
What was that about the X something?
An awareness creeps up on you. A mass lies hidden in your dead angle.
No, I wanted to know about the X something.
Ex-love. Ex-tenderness. It is foolish of you.
No, I want to get off now.
this to the
I like
lost.
pain and burning light and wanting
Not
things
after
from the
all
people
damage
you
suffered
don't,
do you
who don't
really?
want to give them to me. Do you really? I do, let me off.
If I told you what was back there, why'd you think you had your blood in your
Now, some of the dialogues are voiced,
Did
but
you not
not
see
a lot of
yourself
them.
marinating? Pour
Well, not all of them,
some
definitely.
yourself,
It depends on the
but
character.
chef.
Wait, I did this to myself.
Yes, your one disco mother.
Tell me, what's waiting
This
for me?
giant ball there, in evil apes, and the evil apes are juking it out on the ball. You're one of them.
This all totally makes sense.
Basically all just evil.
How big
Can't
is the
even
ball?
make out it's a ball when you're juking it out. It's that large.
How small are the apes?
Infinitesimally small.
And this duking it out I keep hearing about, what's
Fun
that?
for resources. It's a stupid expression you picked up somewhere. The part of the presentation you want to take home with you is this.
That sounds like something I would like to do, let's go.
Somewhere in the sore, bloated man meat around you. A sensation. Like a fly to the ointment. Your conscience.
Alright, let's go then. I would like to start existing now. You can take it, you're a champion. No, I am not scared, I am a champion. Please, no, I changed my mind. Take me back to the formless, disembodied nothing.
The stench of liquor
Yes, let's
rises
go.
from your mouth, and with it, an ungodly headache.
Help, someone! Cut my head off, it's trying to murder the rest of me.
A fiery streak penetrates your skull, trying to.
There we go, now we can open our eyes. Alright, so the general premise of this game is that you wake up and you do not remember anything. Literally anything. You find out pretty quickly that you are a cop and you are investigating something. So you find that out like in the first few minutes of the game, literally. First, let's maybe pick up our pants, that would be good. Here. So speaking of skills, since I mentioned those, what clothes you wear will affect your skills. So in this case, for example, we can see that the trousers will give us +1 to electrochemistry and -1 to savoir-faire. And I can unequip them, and then my skills will change again. So in a lot of cases, you might want to change what you are wearing, depending on what you are about to do. And this is on top of whatever skill points you might have assigned to various skills. You hear a jingle. Keys are clinking in the pocket of your flare-cut pants. There we go. We got keys to our room. Alright, so you can also press tab to highlight anything you might be able to interact with. So here we got more clothes. Let's maybe grab that. Okay then, that's another skill bonus. So that's understanding of cap culture. A bathtub. Some more rags. That's a shirt. Okay, and more skill modifiers. Now, that gives us -1 to suggestion. And if we are going to use suggestion, we might want to unequip that shirt. So that's basically what it is. We can see total modifiers right here. Alright, let's see what else we can interact with. A mirror hangs above a bent and broken sink. In a fierce discharge of masculine energy, someone has ripped half the faucet off. Alright then. Wipe the mirror. No way, I'm not doing this. Okay, wipe the mirror. We can't actually see ourselves just yet. Abort! You clearly do not have thought this through. You won't like what you will see in there. You will never unbecome it. Oh yeah, this is like your gut feeling. I don't care. Still wipe the mirror. There we go, that's us. Behold! You have no idea who this thing is, do you? Oh dear lord, what is this? Whatever it is, at least it's dead now. There's clearly rigor mortis on your face. Or wait, is that an expression? Are you trying to make an expression with your face? I'm not making it, the face is making it itself. Please stop, it's horrible. You're scaring yourself. No, keep making the face. You can't, can you? It's not like you even voluntarily... It's not even voluntary anymore. You have worn that grin into your face and now it won't come off. What does it even mean? What is the emotion you're trying to convey? Superstardom. I think it's supposed to look suggestive. I'm afraid it's meant for the ladies. I'm insinuating that I'm vaguely sympathetic. I think I'm sort of pulling it off too, in a sad, has-been kind of way. There is some charm to it. Sure, let's go with that. And here's the first skill check. So there are two types of checks, a white check and a red check. You can retry a white check, and the wording on that might be a little bit misleading. That doesn't mean you can try it again immediately after. It means you can take that check again once you increase the skill. Once you put at least one skill point into that skill. Then you can take this particular check again. If it's red, then you can only take it once. This is your only opportunity to do it, if it's red. And sometimes it's time sensitive as well. Because you can pass on some red checks, and then maybe come back once your skill is higher, but some of them will be time sensitive. You will only get one opportunity to do them. Right, we are not doing this because I'm just going to fail most likely. We can still try the first one, but it will fail. Now, another thing with checks is that some of them will actually reduce your health and your morale. And if either of those falls to 0, you lose. You can pick up some consumables, which will replenish your health and morale, and that's going to be a pretty big part of the game. But something to remember is that if either of those falls to 0, you lose. You will basically have to reload the save. Or restart the game if you're that hardcore. And it's very, very likely that in the first hour or two of this game you are going to die at least once. There's a very, very good chance that will happen. Looks like someone tore out the tape while the song was still playing, okay? Alright, I think we're mostly done here. Oh yeah, we can also inspect the window. This fan has two chain pull switches. One ends in a tiny fan and the other in a light bulb. A truly horrific necktie has somehow attached itself to one of the blades. Alright, we can try to grab the tie. It might work, let's try. 28%. Yep, it actually did work. That's actually the first time I got this to work. Okay, okay. We gained a horrific necktie. Well then. We can pull on the fan. Let's not pull on the light bulb. That will make you lose 1 health. So I'm not doing that. Let's check the necktie. Right here. +1 Inland Empire. Alright then. Nice. I didn't get that the first time I tried. And let's check the window. There's also a shoe over there. The window stands broken in its frame. Cold wind blows in. Alright, let's try to assess the damage. Yep, it worked. Nice. The shards face outward. Whatever broke this window came from the inside. Did I break it with my own hands? A fine web of scarring covers the back of your right hand, but none of it is recent. What did this then? More likely a projectile than a held object. There are no fragments on the floor from pulling a tool back in after impact. Assess the size of impact. It is too large for a bullet, yet too small for a piece of furniture. You're looking for something heavy and larger than your fist. Like the green shoe that's on the hat rack in the corner, which coincidentally is missing its friend. Congratulations! You smashed the window with your own shoe. Now you only have one. If you're lucky, you can still find the other on the balcony outside. Maybe it wasn't me. You mean someone else took your shoe off and smashed the window with it? Yeah, that totally sounds legit. I should go and get that shoe. And we gained our first task. Or second? Right here. That's our first task of the day. Okay then. We can also see the checks we did, or rather didn't do in some cases. And these are the white checks. These are available to try right now. So you can check that in here. We also have our inventory, which I already showed you. And there's one more section which will become available later. And these are our skills. So we'll get a chance to level them up later. Alright, so let's maybe grab that shoe. And then we can go outside. Come on, give me my shoe, thank you very much. There, alright, let's go outside, shall we? Here we are. Let's go to the balcony first, and then we can talk with the woman. We also got some money over here. You will find some coins, basically all over the place. And they are definitely worth picking up. You will actually have to pay for your room. Bit of a spoiler, but this is a hotel, so you will have to pay for it. Also, sometimes you will have some thoughts, and these appear right here. Sometimes they are time sensitive, sometimes they are like location sensitive. Here's another one. And there's our shoe. So now we got the shoes. That gives us +1 to composure, but -1 to savoir-faire. So again, depending on what you're doing, you might want to change your clothes around a little bit. Composure. Okay then, how do they fit? Good, they're balanced, comfy. Feels like the only good thing about you right now, truth be told. Alright then. Yeah, you are basically a bit of a fuck up in this game. Again, that's a slight spoiler, but seeing how you woke up not remembering anything, that's not really a big stretch to figure out in the first 5 minutes.
Hello, officer.
The calendar says it's March, the year is 51. Alright, let's talk with the woman. The young woman raises a cigarette to her lips. Okay. Turn your bloated face away from her beauty and just keep on walking. Officer, am I military personnel?
No.
No. There's only one solution to this. You're a businessman. No, probably not.
Because you're a police officer.
Then why did you call me an officer? Goddamn right, I'm a policeman. And don't you forget it. Are you sure?
Yes. Unless you've been feeding us a set of very well-rehearsed lies all this time. You've
all
been
this
here
time?
For 3 days. On official police business, no less.
And what business is that?
I couldn't say. In truth, so far, mostly drinking.
So here's another one. Try the expression on her. Let her know you want her, physically. And this is a red check. It cannot be retried. Let's maybe not do that. Okay. Well, I should get going. Why don't I remember being a cop or anything else? Who in their right mind would let me be an officer of the law? By the way, another thing to realize about this game is that you don't have to go through all the dialogue options. Sometimes it's a good idea not to. And not only if they are checks like this one. Like, this is clearly not a very good thing to try right now. But you can try it if you want to. But even regular dialogue options, because later on, there are certain hidden modifiers to other checks. And they can also be triggered by something you said earlier in the game. So, just something to keep in mind. Just because a dialogue option is there, doesn't mean you have to exhaust all of them. Sometimes it's better not to.
Of course.
Alright, let's get going.
Be careful, officer. They don't like the police around here. Goodbye.
Alright then. So, let's maybe go downstairs. You should pick that fat, juicy cigarette butt from the tray, light it up, and smoke the living shit out of it. Am I a smoker? Who knows what you are? A monster, a murderer, the gnome of Jeroma? You feel like a smoker, especially when you look at that juicy, succulent, seductive cigarette stub, still smoldering deliciously. But she broke it at the filter. I can't smoke that. How very astute of you. This renders it ineffectual. You should look for a whole cigarette, or better yet, an entire pack. Strike that, a carton. Make sure they're all healthy and able-bodied, then smoke them all. Also, if it's not obvious just yet, you are an addict to more than one thing. And that's another big part of this game. You can use various drugs, alcohol, cigarettes, like all kinds of things to enhance your various skills. But you don't have to. And also they come with penalties, in case that's not obvious yet. So that's a pretty interesting part of the game. You don't have to do it, but you can, and it can give you quite a lot of benefits. Or you could not do that, no one is making you. I should enthusiastically do that. I should not do that. I'll make it priority 1. Well, I'll think about that. Good. Thinking about yummy cigarettes in your mouth is the next best thing. Make sure you think about the juicy sticks of tobacco all the time though. It doesn't count if it's not all the time. Yeah, okay. Well, we gained the task. Find smokes and smoke them. Well then, let's move on. We probably can't go in here. Spoiler, we cannot. Alright, time to go downstairs. And meet our partner, because we do have one. Here we are. That's the hotel. You'll be seeing it a lot. We can inspect our surroundings first, but generally speaking we should talk with our partner first. And even if we ask the bartender, he will tell us as much. You should totally sing karaoke here, the first chance you get. Your emotions need to be expressed. People need to know of your vast oceanic soul. Well, we can discard that thought. My soul is immense. Utterly, and it needs to be heard. Yes, definitely, totally. Finish thought. Alright, let's talk with this guy for a moment. He is the cafeteria manager. A man in his late 20s stands behind the counter, inspecting a stuffed seabird. As you approach, he gives you a sideways glance, then looks down again. That was disdain in his eyes. Even now, he's purposefully ignoring you. Something tells me you don't like me.
Oh no.
Oh no.
You're a hero. A real hero cop.
Yeah, that was definitely no sarcasm. Could the massive property damage upstairs have something to do with this? You're being sarcastic.
Am I? Or did you ride in, take the body down, solve the murder, and not trash my hostel room?
Oh my god, I did all those things? I'm guessing I didn't do any of those things.
No, you see, actually, you didn't. You haven't done anything even remotely useful since you got here.
What have I been doing then? Have you seen me around?
No, I haven't seen you around. I'm not always here.
Are you the bartender?
No, I'm not the bartender. I'm the cafeteria
What's the
manager.
difference? Understood. Okay, what happened to the bird?
Look, your buddy is over there. Why don't you go and talk to him?
What do you mean, my buddy? He pretends to not hear you. Alright then. Okay, before we talk with our buddy, let's take a look around here. Oh, and here's one of the consumables we can use to regain our health. And you can see how many you got right here. These are the numbers. Right now we have 1 charge. And you can use them mid-dialogue as well. Alright, so here's our buddy. Kim Kitsuragi. You'll be seeing him a lot, he basically follows you all the time. A bespectacled man in an orange bomber jacket is tapping his foot on the floor. Looks like he's waiting for someone. You. As you approach, he narrows his eyes and extends his hand in greeting. If an assault were launched on this building right now, if the windows came crashing down and the whole world descended upon you, this man would hurl himself in death's way to save you. You are sure of this, but why? Hold on, who is he to me? He is your half-brother, okay? Shake his
Hello.
hand.
I'm Kim Kitsuragi, Lieutenant, Precinct 57. You must be from the 41st.
Yes, definitely. You realize he's waiting for your name. Okay then. So we can try to invent a name for ourselves. And this is a red check, it cannot be retried. Well, let's try, why not? And we failed. Rafael Ambrosius Cousteau, yeah, definitely, that sounds legit. It's very cool, but won't I come off like a douche if I call myself that? You instinctively run your hand over the multi-patterned silk of your tie. Its slickness gives you comfort and reassurance. Yes, definitely,
Yes, well. It looks like we
You
had a
didn't
little
believe it.
scheduling error on Sunday. Saturday too, actually. Have you had time to talk to the manager here?
You mean him? Yeah, I talked to him.
If you don't mind, we should talk to him again. Ask him for a rundown of the area. Now that I'm here as well. I understand the scene is out back, right? It also wouldn't hurt to assure him the police are finally here. In full force, I mean. Have you mapped out the initial interviews?
What interviews? Yes, the police. I'm aware I'm a policeman. I haven't. What
At the
interviews?
57th, we like to prepare an initial list of persons of interest, and then just skim the surface. Prepare the field, get to know the players. You don't do that?
I haven't.
We'll have time for that after we take a look at the coroner's case. Have you removed the dead body from the tree?
Dead body. Nope. Look, man, you know, yeah. No.
So the body is still in the tree.
This is the first time you detect a wariness in the lieutenant's voice. It is obvious he would have preferred for the body to no
Where
longer
it has
be in the
been
tree.
hanging for 7 days straight. We should go there as soon as we are done talking to the owner.
But I can't remember anything. He looks at you for a moment in silence. I can see you drank last night, and the night before, and that you are still drunk now. But I have seen officers go through much worse. Much worse. You mean much worse than literally not remembering who you are? Okay, that's a bit concerning. There's a general store nearby, alright? So we can go get a painkiller. The best cure for a headache is, of course, morphine. They won't have that, so cigarettes will have to do. Okay, well, let's get going. After you, officer. Wait, shouldn't I have a badge or something? You mean you don't have a badge? Pretend you found it. I have my badge. I'm a policeman and I have my badge. Yep, he will totally believe that. Oh, there's a moment pause. Then he continues, obviously relieved. If you didn't have your badge, then that would be very bad. You would need to report it on my shortwave. But since you do have it, we can go straight to the task at hand. Yep, he totally bought it. Alright, so now he's in our party and we can talk to him. Whenever we like. Let's talk with this guy.
Mr. Gart, right?
Yes.
I am Kim Kitsuragi from Precinct 57. This is an inter-district investigation, so
All
joining
right.
me from Precinct 41.
I'm currently in between names. Say nothing.
Right. Now, I know it took us a while to arrive at the scene. It also took you a while to call us and report the dead body. It was you who placed the call, yes?
No, I only just got here. It was probably Sylvie who called you. She usually works the bar here. I'm only temporarily taking over her duties.
Do you have her number?
As a matter of fact, I do.
Okay
You
then.
said you just got here. From where? Are you a local?
What? Of Martinez? No, I live in Jamrock. I only sometimes come here to keep an eye on the place. This is just one of the many, many cafeterias I met.
But you still know your way
I like how he
around,
stressed
yes?
many.
In case we need directions.
Yes, I know where some things are. But as I said, I don't live here. I just used to work here.
I
Yeah,
didn't
you
imply
mentioned that.
Detective,
Detective? Yes?
I have everything. You?
Oh, you mean, do I have questions? Ask them.
Yes,
Okay,
yes,
sure.
He means, do you have questions for me? Like a police officer
Why did
would.
Sylvie go away? She went away because none of your business. Fine? Extra fine. Where exactly is the body? Behind this building there's a courtyard. Okay? That's easy. See that door there? He points to the west. First, you exit through that. Then to your right, you should see a big hole in the fence. A really big one. You can get to the courtyard through that. No need for the keys. Yes, definitely no sarcasm. Who killed him? I don't know who killed him. I'm not the police. That's your job. Did you kill him? What are you, crazy? Of course I didn't kill him. Suddenly you tense up. Blood is being pushed to your muscles. You should hound him on this. Hound him hard. Yeah, okay. Did you kill him, Garter? Okay, I'm not gonna hound you on this. Oh, thank you. That's all. Let's go. Not so fast, he points to you. You owe me 130 real. No one is saying the multi-patterned necktie you found tied to the ceiling fan can talk. No one. It must be merely imagination, but... Slip away unnoticed, 17%. Yeah, that's probably not going to work. What's real? Oh, excuse me. You owe me 130 real. He pronounces the R with a mock aristocratic accent. It's the global reserve currency. Whatever part of the world you're in right now, it's safe to assume he means you owe him money. Okay then. Oh, I understand. You mean I owe you money. Wow, you're a genius. That's right, money. You owe this establishment 130. He points to the red ledger on the counter. Who does that clown think he is? Arrest him. Horrific necktie, so it's actually talking to me. Did I just hear my tie speak to me twice? No one is saying that. No one is saying the tie can talk. That would be ludicrous. It's just that you should arrest him. It would be wiser. Uh-huh, yeah, okay. I'm not comfortable with this. Try to somehow tuck the tie away. Great advice, I'm considering it. No way, I have duties, I'm a cop. I'm not talking to a tie. Yeah, okay. This is new, because I didn't actually manage to get the tie before. I'm not comfortable with this. The lieutenant watches you fiddle with your horrific tie, sweat stains forming under your armpits. Okay. If you don't have the money, it's okay. None of us are in this for the wages. That's cap for I haven't offered to pay because I don't have any money either. What do I owe this place for? Let's see. He dramatically turns a page in the ledger. 3 nights at a tariff of 20 real comes to 60 real. Then there's the window you annihilated. The hole in the window was the first thing I saw when I came to work. So don't try to tell me you didn't. That will be 40 real in damages. Another thing you've annihilated is half of the bar. You've run a tab of 30 real. Actually more, but we'll round it down to 30 for your hard work maintaining the stability and order of Revachol. That's 60 plus 40 plus 30. Okay? But what exactly is money? What are you, a philosopher? Actually, I might be. Money is what grown-up people use to pay for things. Things like this hostel room. Or, he peeks into the ledger, or 8 bottles of potent blend, and 9 packs of Royal Extra. We use it for everything, really. Why do I need it? Proceed and show him the coins you found. Is this money? Yes, it is. Count them and give them to him. That's 10 plus 10 plus 20 equals 40. I'm now down to 90, right? No, you see, there's a tinge of sadness in his voice. That's 40 cents. Cents are a form of currency 100 times smaller than the real. I'm not even going to take this. Come back when you have 130. 100 times smaller? Yes, but that's horrible. It is. He stands silently looking at the coppers on the counter. This game is not a comedy, by the way, in case you're wondering. For a moment, his antipathy is overcome by compassion for the sheer smallness of the money. Pick up the coins. Okay then. What happens now? He turns to the lieutenant. I'm sorry, but he has to pay. I can't let him stay here any longer if he doesn't. If he doesn't have the money by tonight, then... He shrugs. Officer, maybe you're better off working from home for now. You live in Jamrock, right? It's not that far away. Okay, I don't remember where my home is. Isn't there somewhere else I can stay around here? You mean somewhere else to turn up a huge debt? I don't think so. The union squeezed most places out of business to fund the strike. You're better off home. I don't remember where my home is. Officer, a pattern of creases appears on his forehead. You really need to take this up with your station. I have a shortwave radio in my car. Call them. Ask for assistance. We have to get this investigation started now. Good luck. Well then, so now we have to pay for damages. By the way, where is home? The address is coming up blank, and this place sure isn't it. I don't remember. I don't know. Near? South maybe. You really don't know, do you? I don't. Does this mean I'm homeless? South maybe. Doesn't sound like somewhere you can say if you run out of money. Could I trace the way back somehow to the exact street, the exact number on the building? And there we go. That unlocks the new tab, which I will show you in just a moment. So this is the thought cabinet. You can try to internalize some thought you had and get certain benefits out of it. Sometimes it's required to progress a story, sometimes you can get like some extra attributes from it, or rather skills. And sometimes there's yet another reason. Like you can try to not be an alcoholic, that's a thing you can do later. So let's internalize Lonesome Long Way Home. And that basically takes a while. You gain progress here as you gain experience. That's kind of how it works. You just need to get experience, that's it. Right now it's at 0. Alright. So here are some new tasks we got. Inspect victim's body. Report your badge missing. Who made the call reporting the crime. And pay for damages. Now we don't have to do it, but it would probably be a good idea. So I think we're mostly done in here. That's the kitchen. We can't go in there until later. Now time passes when you talk with people. So each dialogue option usually makes some time pass. Basically you can't just stand around and wait for time to pass. You have to actually do something. If you just, I don't know, go AFK for 1 hour, nothing will happen. No time will pass. Just to make that clear. And now we are outside. However, I think that's going to be it for now. I hope this gave you a rough idea of how this game works. I might do another video or two. I'm not sure, let me know if you would like to see more. Like I said, it is quite an interesting game. And while it is an RPG, it's different from pretty much any other RPG I played in the recent years. So thanks for watching this, I hope you enjoyed it. Leave a like if you did, or a dislike if you didn't. And subscribe for more videos, just like this one. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.